Many things are responsible for greenhouse gases, but buildings are at the top of the list. The power usage, emissions, and resources used to build and renovate them all add up, and they're never built just once. When we can't figure out how to make them work for us anymore, we knock them down, sweep them up, and throw them away. Then we look for new land to start again. Really, we've taken one of the most permanent things in our world and made it disposable. And it replays millions of times over, inside the buildings where offices are built and demolished repeatedly. Recycling and better materials won't put a stop to it. We have to change our behaviors.
A lot of people, when they think they're creating an environmentally sustainable building, are really focusing on a very small part of the puzzle. When you talk about green design or even sustainability, all of a sudden the discussion gets focused on recycled content.
The goal is to keep the objects in use over time, right? So that they are never recycled. In fact, if we end up in a recycling bin, we fundamentally failed.
The EPA, for example, did a study and shows that for every square foot of commercial real estate, when we're demolishing it, we're creating 155 pounds of waste. And that becomes a really big number if you look at the overall building stock, for example, in the United States. Currently, we're at 300 billion square feet, and that average tenant lease right now is 5 years.
From the beginning at DIRTT, doing it right this time meant sustainability.
We built the system essentially as a series of layers that can change independently of the other layers. We have 4 fundamental layers. The aesthetics of the thing, or the skin, which are, like the tiles on this wall here. The structure of the environment, which is the frame that's sort of sitting in behind. The utility, which is about power and data and whatever other sort of technological elements that we're trying to support. And finally sort of the context or the environmental side of things, which is where do the objects sit? And all those elements can change independently of one another.
What makes the DIRTT wall particularly sustainable is the fact that it's not just there to divide the space.
It's great for us to say that we believe in sustainability, but if we don't make that a complete statement whereby all other elements in the environment are addressed, meaning, work surfaces or overheads or accessories. So, if we said we believe in sustainability, but by the way, you got to throw out all that stuff you already have, obviously that's a terribly flawed notion.
Intelligent interactive 3D software called ICE is also used at DIRTT to carry sustainability throughout the company, from marketing to specifying to manufacturing.
Probably one of the best benefits of ICE is that you don't have to have lots of paper. DIRTT has no paper catalog because of ICE. All the information that DIRTT provides for their clients, all the pricing, is all inside the ICE software. One of the things ICE does besides eliminate paper, it also eliminates error. And so eliminating error means you're not building something twice because you built it the wrong size or did it in the wrong way. So ICE has eliminated rebuilds from human error by providing information electronically right from the design through to the factory.
Because of ICE, our software, material flows through our factory at a extremely high velocity, right? So we don't have anything that just sort of sits around. One of the great consumers of floor space is just stuff in the way.
We can create cut lists and optimize the materials so that when they're moving it through the factory, they're getting the right material in the right spot at the right time.
We really had to make this a complete thought, right? It's not just about how we behave with the product or with the materials themselves. It's also about the amount of energy that we consume here and the amount of space that we take up here.
The footprint at DIRTT's wood shop is also 30 to 40% smaller than average. That's mostly due to the water-based UV curing finishing lines. But saving space and energy by not having big ovens and drying racks is just one benefit.
Conventional line, everybody has to wear a respirator, big honking green gloves to handle everything because of the catalysts and the solvents. It takes 30 days after it's dried for off-gassing. So any new office, you have to let everybody know who has asthma and so forth because they may have reactions. This line is a dream in comparison. I come to work, I still have a sense of smell. I go home, I still have a sense of smell.
This is the cookie. This actually came from a group of people in shipping from our shop floor. When we ship the product off with the cookie between, we also ship our cookie box, and that is to put all the cookies in when we get to job site, and they all get shipped back. We could have made this out of a very inexpensive recyclable product, but instead we decided to invest in a fairly high-end design with a high-end material so that it can live on as long as reasonably possible.
I really enjoy working for DIRTT and the environmentally friendly environment, because everything about it is the future. And that's what you want to be. You don't want to be in the past, because you're going to be out of a job soon enough if you do that.